Hi everyone, this is a tutorial for turning a make one left into a make one right or the other way around. As you can see, I'm working this regular pattern of increases here. For some reason on this one, I've worked a make one left instead of a make one right. Hopefully you can see, it's quite difficult to see actually because they're so tiny, but all of these have a uniform right leaning loop starting the increase until you reach this one and it's pointing in the wrong direction. So I'm going to show you how to fix that. Okay, so obviously what I don't want to do is to have to rip back all of this work and reunit the whole thing. So I'm going to show you how to just take the one stitch back all the way back to where the increase was formed and then to reform it in the correct orientation. For this, I'm using a crochet hook, which is about one size smaller than my needles. And that's pretty much all you're going to need for this. Okay, so the first thing to do is to just make sure that you've correctly identified the row that you are wanting to correct, the column of stitches that you're wanting to correct. So just follow that line all the way down, that column of knit stitches back to where the make one is. And that's the column of stitches that you're going to undo. So you just start by letting them ladder down. If you find that you're getting any bits that are snagging, you just have to be a little bit rough with them and just separate them from the strands behind. And you're just going to ladder all the way down back to where the start of this make one is. Just got some strands there that have got caught. Okay, so all the way back to the beginning of where this make one left, which should have been a make one right, was. So with my crochet hook, I'm going to just turn my work this way, because to create a make one right, what I want to do, those are just joined together. There we go. I identify the very bottom strand in this column of strands that I've just undone. I bring my crochet hook under that strand and then I'm twisting that way. Okay, and that will create the make one right. If you were correcting a make one right to make it into a make one left, you'd bring your crochet hook under the same strand, but you'd twist it in the opposite direction. So that's the only difference really between the make one left and the make one right, is the direction in which the strand has been twisted. So to show you that again, I come under the very bottom strand, twist my crochet hook, and then I'm ready to knit each of these strands all the way back up this column. The first one is always a bit awkward. I have not done that. Let's try that again. The first one is always a bit awkward because it is a bit tighter because of that twisted first stitch. So I'll try my best to do it on the camera, but it is not easy. Especially, okay, I just about made it, especially if you're not that good at crocheting, which I am not. Okay, so then all you're doing is knitting, picking up each strand up here and recreating those knit stitches. Now what you may notice is that the stitches are a tiny bit pulled out of gauge compared to the stitches either side of them, just because you've just been messing around with them. But what you should find is that when this work is then blocked, everything kind of evens out really nicely. Okay, so that is how you correct a make one left and turn it into a make one right, or vice versa. I hope that helps.